Hello there.
I'm
And
Albert.
I'm Vanessa.
And we are late to the party. I've only had 3 hours of sleep because Hawkeye season finale took place. You can check out our reaction available on our channel now. But Spider-Man wasn't the only thing that was popping this last weekend. We got a trailer for Doctor Strange.
Yeah, like a little teaser at the end, which was a lot of fun. And I am looking forward to it. I'm hoping that maybe that'd be kind of cool if we added new stuff to this trailer.
Highly doubt it.
Yeah, but we'll see.
It was a pretty well cut together trailer.
It was.
They knew what they were doing when they dropped it, and we've seen Spider-Man No Way Home 3 times, so we've seen this trailer three times, if it is indeed the same one. So we are going to do a breakdown of the trailer and go scene by scene after we watch it again for the fourth time, if it's the same.
If it's the same trailer, yeah.
But guys, make sure you subscribe. Only 10% of you guys have subbed. Are you shitting me? 90% of you guys have not subbed. Hit that sub if you have not. Get us to 100K. We are almost there. But let's get into the first teaser trailer for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness now.
Stability of space-time. The multiverse is a
concept
about which we know frighteningly little.
Yeah.
Your desecration of reality will not go unpunished.
Is that the Mirrorverse all fucked up?
It was the only way.
Mirror dimension. Oh, so good.
But I never meant for any of this to happen.
American Chavez. Ooh, that's new.
Yeah.
Get the little mirror dimension.
Yeah, that was not part of the original.
Nope, it was just black and then it went here.
Love that music.
Me too.
I'm
so excited that Wanda's back.
I made mistakes, and people were hurt.
I'm not here to talk about Westview.
Westview.
And what
I love that they mention it.
I need your help.
It's what?
What do you know about the multiverse?
Wow. I have this little book called The Darkhold.
About that book.
I'm sorry, Stephen.
Chiwetel got a big pop
Understand.
in the theater.
Yeah.
The greatest threat to our universe.
I love it.
Is you.
Things just got out of hand.
Yeah.
A delivery.
Dun dun dun.
Title card.
Title card.
Yeah. Before it was just Doctor Strange will return. Beautiful. So hyped. Okay, so yeah, they did not change really anything other than adding in the Marvel studio title card, and then of course the final title card for the film's name. So it's exciting, and I want to go through this trailer just a little bit more because obviously we've seen quite a bit of familiarity when it comes to characters coming in from What If into the live action realm. So I want to take a closer look at them now that we actually can stop the trailer and take a peek.
Yeah.
So doing the VO. I feel like that's
from
a VO.
The trailer.
Yeah, from the trailer for No Way Home.
Mm-hmm.
Then of course that's from No Way Home.
Is a concept about which we know frighteningly
Yeah.
little.
His watches too. That's why we kind of had a rope-a-dope during Hawkeye where it's like a watch. Stephen Strange, Tony Stark, like either of the two? Nope.
I mean, watches.
Check out our Hawkeye reaction.
True. Watches are very common though, so.
Sure, yeah. Well, and they're shattered, so time and reality has become a shattered place for Stephen Strange.
Yeah. Mordo talking.
And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like, Doctor Strange does like to go into the mirror dimension quite often.
Yeah.
So I feel like if you kind of take away his play place, then maybe he won't be able to go in there as much.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe for some reason they've been able to put a stop to the mirror dimension.
Or just going into other dimensions. Like you said, this is the multiverse of madness.
Right.
And like they said earlier in the trailer, the multiverse is something that they know frightening little
Sure.
about, even for Doctor Strange.
Right.
So the fact that, like, all the things that have been happening leading up to this point, just like Baron Mordo said, there are going to be consequences to
Right.
what has been happening.
It's true.
So we're going to see that in this movie.
It was the only way.
Infinity War. I get some Inception vibes here, but I mean, come on.
Yeah.
It makes sense. But yeah, no, it's is that the Sanctum Sanctorum?
It does look like it, yeah.
Just, ripped apart and more than likely in a split dimension of some kind.
Yeah.
I mean that could be where Supreme Strange is living.
That's true. So I'm pretty sure there's something else that happens in the comics that came out like earlier in the 2000s, where there was a second Doctor Strange in there that was kind of like a darker person, and it was a different character, and I think her name was Casey. But I doubt they're going to do it that way, but you never know.
Well, I mean, you could also, the fact that Baron Mordo's there, because Mordo ended up utilizing her to kind of combat Strange. Yeah. So, I mean, they could be doing that, except maybe, Mordo is utilizing Supreme Strange to do his bidding. So, I don't know,
To do my duck bidding on the internet.
But I never meant for him.
And that's him right there. That's got to be him.
Oh, yeah. Look at the hair is all disheveled. That definitely looks like the darker Strange.
Darker Strange. So is she not getting married to him?
No, it doesn't look like that. It looks like
she's getting married to someone.
She is getting married. It does look like that, but it does look like he is just in the crowd and he's watching her. Look, I got the other doctor there with him next to him.
Right, yeah. The one from Men in Black 3.
Uh-huh. The one where he had to hold on to his watch because he was doing that thing.
He's also on Dope Sick, I believe.
Which is, so this part right here definitely reminds me of What If.
Right.
If you haven't watched it, go watch it. I won't say anything.
Episode 4.
It's really good, but this does kind of remind me of What If, so that can, maybe... Okay, I'm kind of maybe going all left field about this. This is not our Doctor Strange. This is the dark Doctor Strange.
I don't know. The hair looks too slick to be disheveled.
No.
Strange.
Like, this is him before he became dark.
Okay, so they're giving us a taste of his story leading into what made him who he is.
I could be totally, wrong about that.
Oh, man. Christine and Doctor Strange, man, they have a checkered past, and I feel like the girl's got to move on eventually.
It's true.
She's probably marrying Owen Wilson. Wedding Crashers.
Oh, we got the Raven. That's interesting.
Yeah.
The only other time that you kind of ever seen a Raven, I mean, it's a bit of a stretch there too, but Ravens mean omens as well, but Odin's Raven. So.
Sure. Yeah. I feel like there's no Odin involved, but
right.
Darkness is coming, Wong, not looking too good, man. And I feel like, they're going after the Sorcerer Supreme. They're going to go for the top first. Yeah. You should watch Spider-Man No Way Home. Because obviously this takes place after, and a lot of people have seen it already, including us.
But before this trailer, you saw a little bit of American Chavez.
Of course, yeah, just a quick little flash.
Yeah, right there. There's her just walking. It looked that.
I mean, it
kind of looks feeling like Comatage, maybe.
Sure. Yeah, definitely.
There's her with her jean jacket.
When I saw this, the first thing that popped in my head was
Caecilius.
Yes. 100%. So
because of the hair,
ponytail. Yeah. So, but I mean, it could be.
But then it also has as you could see, it's got the gray there, so that could be Doctor Strange as well.
It very well could be.
And then the mirror.
Yeah, the mirror swipe of the Marvel logos.
It's great. And then the music. I love the trailer music here.
So she goes from like a lakefront property that's beautiful, amazing, cabin on the lake.
This is beautiful too.
I know. This girl's hitting up all like the top Airbnb spots. She's like, you know what? I'm just gonna keep bouncing from like the best places you could possibly live in the universe. That's living right there.
Yeah.
And she's got lambs and sheep and stuff.
It's pretty.
Wanda.
He looks so happy to see her. Like when I saw that, because there's a lot of rumors, and it could still be true, that Wanda was going to be playing the antagonist of the
Right.
story, which I'm very happy it's Mordo, because they got again a checkered past with each other.
Well, this trailer focused more on him being the antagonist there, but we were talking about how she might be helping and stuff, but she has the dark hole,
Yeah.
and I feel like that dark hole can corrupt people. So it's very possible that she is playing with things that she doesn't understand too, just like Doctor Strange.
He's gonna get her too close to the multiverse. Like
Yeah.
he's gonna be like, I need
Something's
your
gonna-
help, but
yeah,
not
yeah.
realize that. Ooh, you might be feeding a cosmic being of some sort, a interdimensional powerhouse that
A
is
Nexus being.
Yeah, Wanda. So, but look, right there. So happy to see her.
Yeah.
They're allies in his eyes.
Yeah.
You'd show up. I made mistakes, and people were hurt.
I'm not here to talk about Westview.
Westview. I'm so excited that he said Westview. It just makes it feel more close to these Disney Plus shows.
Sure.
Makes
connected.
them more canon than they already. Granted, they are canon, but it just makes them more canon too, because now you're talking about them in the movies.
Of course, it does feel like we're living in the same world,
Yeah.
and there's no disconnect. Kind of like how there pretty much was some when it came to the ABC series and the Netflix series as
Right.
well. They tried their best, but it was a
They had
fleeting
little-
mention.
Little
versus-
hints and moments
Yeah.
there too, whereas here it's like, oh, okay.
Then what are you here for?
I need your help.
With what?
What do you know about the multiverse?
The multiverse.
She's like, I know some of those words. So that's a hell of a little temple with something in the middle of it, which tells me that's probably going to be where a big battle goes down. Or they just need an artifact to kind of help them in their
I'm sure they need to look
conflict.
for something, yeah.
Sure.
And then we got American Chavez with him back there.
Correct. And there's someone else to the left.
See, so when we were
that-
watching it,
That looks like Wanda.
okay, when we were, it probably could be, but I don't know why. For some reason, I was like, "Oh, is that Rachel McAdams?"
Yeah,
but I don't
Christine.
know why she would be.
Yeah, I feel like they're doing a good job at kind of kicking her to the curb, it feels like, while he goes on this big adventure.
Maybe.
I mean, she was such a big part of the last movie, and I just feel like there's kind of no room because of the amount of characters that they're going to have that are powereds.
And rumored characters.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, that very much looks like Wanda. So I know that forehead anywhere. That Olsen forehead.
I'm sorry, Stephen.
And of course, Chiwetel Ejiofor got a huge pop in our opening night screening.
Yeah.
Looking so good too with the
Loving
dreads. I'm so glad he's back. He needs to have his story told, at least when it comes to conflict with Steven, because that's what made that first Doctor Strange so good. He was kind of a brother in arms who ended up realizing that Strange ain't fighting the good fight in his eyes.
Well, not necessarily that. It was just more so the way that he looked at the arts, the magic arts that they use was for, to save the universe, to help the universe, but there are also restrictions to it. And then when he found, because of everything that happened with Caecilius and the Zealots and all of that, and then when he found out about the Ancient One and she's taking the energy from the dark dimension, that's when he realized, no, there's consequences to what you're doing. Now, granted, he might not be doing it in the best way to show, hey, to punish them, I guess.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm interested.
In other words, Strange is fighting dirty, and he's not fighting the good fight, the way it should be fought.
Right.
He's mucking up everything, and Mordo needs to stop it.
I hope you.
Oh damn! Okay, so darkness be falling on Strange and Wong.
I like how, so the Eye of Agamotto, usually it was dangling,
Right.
but now it's up here.
Yeah, much higher.
Much higher on him.
It's not such a lengthy necklace that
Yeah.
you got to worry about bouncing around when you're trying to, fight.
Right,
cosmic
which I
demons.
like that it's, it's up here.
Yeah, it looks good. It's symmetrical with the clips here.
Yeah. And then my girl. Whew. Okay, I love her freaking outfit that was revealed during WandaVision. Absolutely love it. Here's a little bit of a different iteration of it, which I'm super excited about too. Like it seems dark. Well, granted, it's probably because the lighting and everything too, but it does look a little bit darker. You can kind of see black kind of be holding over here. You get her fingernails, look at that, like they're a little bit black too. So it's like,
damn, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
Definitely a glow up in terms of...
I know you probably can't see it, but if you watch it, like, and pause it, you'll see like there's a little bit of dark right there. And then she's got sleeves.
Sure.
I love the fact that she's got sleeves, so it's like a different version of the outfit that she wears. So I'm excited about it.
Probably chilly where she is.
Yeah, maybe.
Much closer.
Oh yeah,
look.
see now it's I think it's just the lighting of what's going on right here, but I love this. It's a little bit different than what we've seen version, but it's still kind of the same.
Which makes me a little sad because I feel like, that one didn't get a whole lot of usage. Again, this has happened time and time again.
Well, I was going to
Wanda.
say it does happen with her because at the end of Age of Ultron, she has like a completely different outfit at the end of that, and then they don't use it.
Never get to see it again. So.
They changed it up a little bit. Her thing that she was wearing on here looks a little bit different as well. It's a little bit more open. Look, is there fighting?
So is he fighting Strange?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's going to be a massacre. I think this is more than likely where they're going to get Wong. Who knows? Maybe Mordo goes after Strange, and or Strange goes after Mordo, and left behind to fend for themselves, and doesn't work out very well.
Yeah.
So it looks like he's pulling up multiverses, like multiple universes.
I guess it kind of looks like that.
Maybe infected universes, infected dimensions.
Our universe.
Okay, there we go. Taking a page out of What If.
A little bit.
Getting a taste of the utilization of biological beings through his magic. Not just magic, but he's capable of administering some monsters from the fingertips to initiate battle.
Great, yeah, but I feel like this is probably going to be a little bit different than what we've seen in What If. It just looks similar because we have, these creatures coming out, but I feel like they might be a little bit different than what we've seen.
And then, of course, a familiar character here from What If as well, the Shuma Gorath, which, who administers him? Who brings him to the party? Obviously, it's probably Doctor Strange.
Possibly.
Yeah, more than likely throwing everything he can at Steven, because we see what happens with that bus. Boom! Boom! And protects her. They got to do a lot of protecting.
Yeah.
So she's always standing behind him, so she's a quite important character in this film. End of the universe?
I know, it does kind of give me end of universe times.
Sure.
There, maybe this is like a little pocket of like separated from everywhere, and that's kind of what it looks like.
Right.
And then he's there. It looks like Doctor Strange is there, but I think that's Doctor Strange right there too.
I mean, can't you tell by the hands behind his back? That's a cocky swagger right there.
Is you. Things just got out of hand.
Things just got out of hand. Ah, look at him. Ah, this is exciting.
Now, the way that he says things just got out of hand a little bit when he's talking, I feel like when he's talking to our Doctor Strange or the Doctor Strange, he's saying like, what happened to you? And, he's just like, things got out of hand.
That makes sense.
That's kind of what
that makes sense. What happened to you? Things got out of hand.
What happened to you so that doesn't happen to me?
Yeah, that's true. So I don't know. I mean, granted, the trailers can be a complete misdirection and what's taking place where. He could not even be talking to Doctor Strange, but I feel like he might be.
It's very true. Like, we've seen in the past, and it's happened when we saw like Infinity War trailers and stuff like that, they do remove stuff.
Of course.
So
it could be anything.
It could be anything.
This is just what they're giving us.
Yeah.
Woo! Oh, that look of concern, Mr. Doctor Strange. Steven still feels weird. No, it's gonna be a good time seeing these guys. It's just gonna be a good time seeing an actor get to play his character, but in a much more darker, twisted, and unfortunately heartbreaking way.
And this is probably an actor that wanted to work with this other actor for a very long time.
That's right. Benedict Cumberbatch opposite Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah. Doctor Strange will return.
Right. Which is exciting. You've got you got all the different universes.
You got a lot of things going on. We got...
It's kind of like a kaleidoscope of space in the background.
That's true. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Solar flares, all that kind of good stuff. Yeah.
I like the reflection, too.
Yeah.
The mirror. A much more... blurry mirror image of what we can see. May 2002. Film not yet rated. Sam Raimi, he's probably have to make quite a bit of cuts.
I am so excited that Sam Raimi is doing this movie. I'm excited that Danny Elfman is coming back to do the music.
Sure.
Hopefully we get some weird, wacky song or scores for this that Danny Elfman is kind of known for.
I mean, let's talk about that for a second, because you've got Sam Raimi making his return to the Marvel Universe, and not just the Marvel Universe, the MCU. He's joining the family finally. Yeah. The man who ended up coining one of the best comic book movies, trilogies. Well, first couple. The third one, we can forgive it. It works well with the other three. But you've got the man that was able to helm and give us such a great comic book story with a great comic book character, that bringing him in now to try his hand at the darker side, because Spider-Man is very light, in my opinion. You do have, darkness and scariness, but those Sam Raimi Spider-Man films are fun, and they're light when it comes to...
They're very, very comic book.
Of course.
Movies, for sure.
Well done comic book movies.
Yeah. And I think that with this one, you do get that darker tone, which... Sam Raimi is not a stranger to it, with Evil Dead out there. So he can do the elements of horror for this movie. So I'm excited to see him bring his element of horror into the MCU.
And you're going to see his style of photography as well. You're going to see the way he shoots it, some of his dialogue. Bruce Campbell's got to be in there somewhere. But the fact that you have this great partnership between Sam Raimi and Danny Elfman, up until today, we seriously thought Michael Giacchino was coming back to score this film.
Did not think about it.
Yeah, we just assumed.
We just kind of assumed, because he did Doctor Strange, and then he came back for No Way Home, and obviously Doctor Strange was in that movie, and I think that's where my mind was just kind of like, oh, yeah, Michael Giacchino. But then realizing, wait, it's Sam Raimi, they had to double check and be like, okay, it is Danny Elfman. So I'm excited that, obviously they have a working relationship. That has been going on forever, pretty much. So I'm looking forward to seeing what we have in store, what Danny Elfman can muster up.
Yeah, it's crazy because you've got these interchanging of composers too, because you've got, Michael Giacchino, who is basically, the poster boy for scoring in Disney films, whether it's Pixar or Marvel.
Star Wars.
Or Star Wars, yeah, or just Disneyland itself. He's got many themes throughout the parks. But him going over to do
Thor,
which will be his next task, his next option that he's doing, which is unfortunate. It's taken away from Mark Mothersbaugh, but again, came from Patrick Doyle. So there's just like this, and Brian Tyler. So you've got this long line of rotating artists, but Michael Giacchino more recently got to utilize hints of themes done by Danny Elfman when it came to the villains of the Sam Raimi universe.
True, right,
so you've got Danny Elfman music being touched on by Michael Giacchino, and now Danny Elfman hopefully
maybe a little bit of Michael Giacchino's Strange score in this new one.
It's pretty legit when you think about it. And if you actually, listen to the music that Danny Elfman did for like Justice League, even though it's the Justice League, it is, he does take what has come before and uses it in the theming so that way you can still have a taste of what you identified with the characters when you first watched it. So I feel like he will use some of Michael Giacchino's score in this film.
And Danny Elfman is actually no stranger to MCU as well, because he did some of the Age of Ultron music too. So he did an Avengers movie. So and some of his score, some of the some of the tracks for that one that he did, I quite enjoy. So.
And some of Danny Elfman's tracks in Avengers Age of Ultron utilize Alan Silvestri's Avengers theme as well. Brian Tyler didn't do that so much. Brian Tyler kind of did his own thing, but when it came to Danny Elfman, again, he knows what was done before. He understands that it keeps it consistent with the characters and what you're listening to and watching on the big screen, that, it makes sense to kind of keep a taste of it when you move forward into the sequels. But and it's funny, you got so many amazing things, many visuals that are going to be, out of this world because it's the multiverse. Characters are growing, like Wanda, getting her from where we were in Westview with WandaVision up to here, but yet I'm the most excited about the music and the direction. I'm
like really excited. This is probably my most anticipated movie in the MCU season, Phase 4. Even like before WandaVision happened, when we went to San Diego Comic-Con and they were doing all the things, that Doctor Strange was definitely one that was up there that I was like, I'm so excited for the Multiverse of Madness. So we're almost there. Dang you, COVID, for pandemic, for not giving us, but I'm excited that we're getting it in May, and I can't wait.
But guys, what did you think of this trailer for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness? Let us know down in the comments below. What's your favorite Sam Raimi film? And it could be all the spectrums, all the way beginning to end. Which one of his films is your favorite? But you can also check out our Hawkeye reaction that we just did for the season finale, which is available on our channel, as well as our full spoiler breakdown of Spider-Man No Way Home. But you can also like and subscribe.
And do the thing on our Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, Discord.
All the social networking gingerins, you know where they are. Kick into the party, feel the party, keep the party going on our Patreon. Thank you guys so much, and as always,
now it's time to say goodbye.
This party is over.
Bye.
Bye.